Welcome back to Factorio, building the Hyperbase, our very large, larger than our previous Gigabase factory in Factorio. And look, our space science alert has activated. We're down to 15k space science because I've been busy sorting out a few things while we have been between episodes. I've been building out the new oil area and the bit for the batteries, or the 2 bits for the batteries. They're all kind of built out and moduled out and connected up to oil, but they're not connected into the rail network. I also added in trains down here. And then I noticed that in actual fact we don't have any of this refueling set up, so we're going to have to do something about that. And I also noticed that this one here is, they're all empty now, so we can rip all this out without getting filled up with coal or plastic, because it's all been emptied and we can move this train out of the way. So a few things to do. I guess the first one is probably to let space science happen again. So you're ready to go. You're sitting with another 48, so there's 80 right there. These guys are building anyway. Let's just put you on automatic mode. That will let us have some launches. Maybe we can watch the first. Oops. I can't quite. Oh, there I can. I can get it all on map mode. And they're not quite simultaneous, because it does take slightly longer to get to the extremities over here. But, I mean, if you really wanted, we could probably force them to be simultaneous, but we don't need them to be. So, it should be back with another 40 in a moment. Now, these things are going to kick off a little bit of activity, and, I mean, the truth is, in our ultimate build, we'll be able to support this going constantly at 8 per minute, but that's not the case just now. There you go. There's 80. Satellites have been unloaded. I wonder how long it will take. I might let it go for 160, because I think this can fit. Actually, it'd be 2. Oh, this can probably fit about 320,000. It's something insane. An insane number of space science. So yes, we probably, there you go, there's the third one of the trains, and that's another 40, so yes, we're not going to have enough room for all these satellites very soon. That is a very interesting question. I'm not actually sure how much this thing can fit. I think they stack to 2,000, right? And there's 40, so that should be 80,000. So it should be 160,000. So maybe if we let the satellites come and deliver one more lot of 40, but that could actually take a little while. Oh no, apparently it takes no time. Mind you, that was only. Oh no, I can't have caught it in time. I don't think we need you to well, you can't even unload at the moment because there's so many satellites just sitting waiting. That makes sense. Are these things... no, they're all cycled again. Do I have enough bots here? I think I do. They've all stopped right now, so they must have caught up on the space science. 27,000, yep. That would certainly make sense. Here they go, unloading space science again. And are these things struggling at all to get their parts? Apparently not. Good to go again. These train... oh, there we go. Yeah, I was kind of expecting they'd have to be running out fairly soon. You don't have any fuel in there, that's a problem. Now, why are you... oh... why are you blocked? I might have to investigate the signals over there. That shouldn't really be happening that way. Oops. Here we go. It's gotten out now. So I don't know what the story was. Odd. Maybe it wasn't that big an issue. Now, bit of luck, this final satellite will exit. And I'm actually going to chase the train down here because I want to disable it so that it doesn't just fill up and bring more satellites up, because I think we've got enough for now. I may even just quickly check our production. It's not really doing that much. About F5, 10.9. It's doing a little bit more. So yeah, these things must be getting close to a point where they're going to struggle a little bit with one of the products. Low density structures could be it even. Looks like the fuel's coming back. This plastic train is out of fuel. Okay, let's sort that one out. I mean, I know there's lots of gaps in my refueling procedures, so it's fairly easy for that to be the case. So that's the LDS one. So there's a few that are open here. Where's right, BLDS is this. This is big LDS, so where the LDS gets created. So yes, the fact that it has to attend to the satellites as well is probably what took it out of sync and maybe slowed these lot down. Not really sure. Now let's just see how this guy's doing. Yeah, 2,000 a row. We're almost halfway. Needs lights, doesn't it? Beautiful. And we've got 70 satellites in storage. Anyway, okay, so that will eventually, when it's full, it will come up here and deliver. We still have 13k, so it's not like we're using it up fast enough for it to be an issue, but that was only part of our problem. The next thing that I want to do is move this coal train that was going to the original this one here. Coal train? No, the plastic train. Manual. Hopefully we don't cross the tracks too often. Because I want to, well, I actually need 2 plastic trains. We have the capacity for 2, but 1 for starters is a good start. It feels so slow after the aircraft, but it's not really that slow. Where am I exactly? Ah, right, it's here, isn't it, that we are trying to get to. That's plastic. Down, sorry, that's not plastic, that's batteries down here. The middle line is our new plastic, right? Oh yeah, we have no, these are full of nothing. Full of nothing. Because they've got no coal. But we need to get the plastic train in here. And no, that name will not do. Let's use the name that it had up here, so I don't have to try and think of a new name. Yellow plastic load. I do have a little bit of rail. So the idea is but the real idea is that it's going to come up here in the future. So all of this can get ripped out as soon as we have gone to yellow plastic load. The only thing is, do I want to use this for bringing the coal train, this coal train down? It could be a useful way, and using this one as well, so I've got 2 coal trains that can come down here. Maybe that is worthwhile, I'm not sure. I do know that I do want to connect this up. I do want coal as well though. It's not really going to go anywhere without the coal. I might have to reorganize this because the train takes priority and the train wants to go straight through there. So we can't do it like that. We'll have to do something like that, so that the train can come through. Is this where we want to go? Straight down? Yes. Is it though? For plastic, yes. Yes it is. And that was a lucky run without trees, and now of course we hit trees. And so that connects up. Now the return, this can't be the return anymore. This basically needs to come up. The return needs to go probably probably still needs to go behind all of this and then come back. So from here it could just come straight back in. I think that's what we need it to do. I should really do this with my plane, because I'd be able to get up or move along here a lot faster, but of course the plane is now a long way away, so that's a little bit more difficult. Let's just get rid of those lines, the annoying lines, because we don't really need them. Where are we? Oh, still. Actually, we want to connect that up at this point, so let's dash across here and connect up this other line, which is not exactly a small distance either. Okay. Go into there. Thank you very much. We'll start off with fast legs, see how far we get. Not particularly far. Before we get to something that needs bots, that will just do it so much easier. And plastic is connected. Probably needs some signals, especially when we're going to force 2 trains onto this. But for the moment, that does actually work. So now we need coal. So I want to get the coal train, or at least one of the coal trains, into this one here. So we need to get up to the top, which is quite a long way. I don't have any locomotives on me. I guess we're just going to have to hoof it. This gives you, given we've got 6 pairs of legs, this will give you some idea just how big this factory is. It's certainly not a small one. Looks like the launches have stopped for the moment. What's going on there? We are out of rocket control units, and the LDS, they haven't been able to keep up. Your plastic, and I missed one of your thingies. 7.9, so it's close to the LDS, and the what's that one? That's fuel. The rocket control units are at 7.9 as well, so they must be very close. 387, 388. That's the one that's holding it up. Very close indeed, though. There you go, it's off. So yes, when you only have 1 and you need 5, you do expect some hold-ups. And the fuel, it's like 1 of 4, I think, so it's not so bad. And we should get up to 320 by the time we're done. Kind of what I expected. Interesting to see what our peak launches per minute actually was. 320. We should be doing. No, we should be. Yes, we're doing an extra 160. We've done 160. We're doing another 160. So yes. What's this? I think we are now here. So how are we going to manage this? We want to come out here. I don't want to unload anything. I guess the easiest thing to be would be if I just connected up this. Maybe copy the name of the station. Down to our facility here. Yellow coal 1 unload. And get rid of that. And hitch a ride. You really can't make it to yellow coal 1 unload? No. Alright, manual. I know you... Oh, of course you can't because of this. Let's go and grab our train, our plane. I can probably move the other coal train as well. It's not serving any value being here. Whoops. Where is it? Here. Okay. It's not particularly fueled either. Although now it is. At least with some coal, and I have my plane, so we win on all accounts. Yeah, that's right. We're where we need to be, and just a moment. And resuming. Okay, let's keep going. So yes, I think we're on the right track here. See if we can get this train down to where the others are. Oh, so slowly. Right. I don't want to send it down there. I do want to send it into there, so let's just back up a little bit. I might even just tell it. Oops, I don't need all this squiggle. We'll just send it down there and then we can do a bit of a cleanup. We'll have to fix up the name of this station. What was the one up here called? Nothing. Yellow plastic. No. Oh, I got rid of it. Yellow coal 1 unload, maybe. Yellow coal 2 unload. Not that it's going to matter that much, but there we are. And you, doesn't matter. And of course the coal can't get out of here at the moment, because it can't, can it? Let's do that tidy up first of all. So we don't need that part. We don't need this part. Ooh, and more tech finished. Let's keep going with the productivity research. Just over 5,000 a piece now. I think that has finally clicked over. Let's get rid of these rocks, they're just going to cause me issues. So, okay. This one here can go straight down to these without a problem, especially if this bends and comes underneath it. But the other one may have to use a different supply of coal. Because remember, this here we don't need at all anymore, and that as well we don't need at all anymore, although potentially maybe we could actually use them as the top coal's supply, although things are starting to get complicated because I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get the copper and iron into these batteries just yet. I might even take iron from the bottom half of this, but where do we get the copper from? We could even probably go here and then slip in here. That's not actually impossible, because these aren't super high volume trains. So that is definitely possible. Okay, yeah, that's actually not too bad an idea, so let's get rid of that. Let's get back to fast, or even bring our plane out. So down here we want to avoid the coal that we're currently just crashing straight into. Probably the easiest thing to do would be, I don't actually have my good rail on me, do I? No. You go in there. Is there a corner anywhere? Yes, there is. There's a corner down there. Come back for those guys. I haven't forgotten them. maybe I should probably do this with power poles. Something like this. Oops. I was just trying to get it so that this one would connect up to there. Now, how far down do we have to come? We have to come another. Not that one, this one, not that one, this one. Oh, we're out of rail. Interesting. So at this point, yes, we are far enough. Oh, those guys are finally trying to catch up. Now, where are we trying to get to? We're trying to... okay, at some point near here, we're going to split up from the looks of things. Probably one more. And at this point we could probably say it is safe to go your own way. We need rail. Yes, this is definitely a lot easier than just running along. Putting these things in, we're kind of past that point. And eventually these bots are going to get tired and be a pain because they'll fall behind. Like these two, and it's probably... oh, and all of these guys. Okay, so that gives me some rail back. We are going to have to jump out for this operation though, I think. I might just do the whole F4 check to make sure I've got the robots back. No, I haven't. Okay, let's get rid of F4. I'll leave that power. I'm not exactly sure what it's supplying at this point, but we probably need it, so it's definitely safer to keep it. Right, these guys are rejoining me. Good. Let's get back to the fast legs. So this one here is the return. But we're going to join the return from over here. I think. Yes. Yes. This one here is this is the iron return. This one along here is the plastic return, which goes way over here to avoid that whole iron area. This one here needs to connect up to that one, so that's all good. It's all good until we get to trees anyway. And that is the correct connection that we wanted. So let's get back to the plane. Signal. Get back to the plane, rip up the rest of this track, lay down what we can. Eventually. Oh dear, yes, it is large. You know what? I think that has no power and we need to give it power. Good, we have power now. You can come out. And yes, we'll go back to our plane once again and rip out the rest of that rail, put down what new rail we can. And possibly be getting close to calling the episode. that's it. That is it. As far as the removal goes, or the most important part of the removal, let's see how much of this we can lay down. It's so easy to hit the wrong key with this thing. We don't really need the fancy lines. Just retreating bots is good enough. Come on, bots. Do better than... again, with the wrong key. So, when you're going forwards, you can brake with the backwards key, but you hit it too much, you go backwards. Even in a jet, it would seem. And I think that is that. So, iron trains, I think you've got a clear run now. You can't get to iron yellow science, you're trying to tell me, still. Really? Really, really? They might both be shut. That's always a possibility. Iron yellow science, iron yellow, they are. They're both shut, so there's nowhere to go. That's fine. So this has opened up these two coals. Let's run up there. So I want to get rid of these lines that are just confusing at this point, which is this one. Away. Away. Go away. Go away. And I believe this line coming up is also unnecessary now. This is when I lay my 20,000 or 10, 12,000, whatever it was, rail to set up this. But you really don't want these very long trips if you can avoid them. That is one advantage that somebody who just builds using creative could do that I cannot, is to ensure that the ore patches are very close. I am using the ore patches wherever RSO puts them, and I have spread them out. Even though they're ridiculously large, I did spread them out, so they're not just everywhere, partly because I don't want to be building on them. definitely part of the reason for sure. Now, big part of why I'm doing this is to clear around this this coal. Because we like our coal. Well, our plastic likes our coal. It actually goes through quite a lot of coal. You could be surprised at just how great an amount. Okay, this other side. Oops. I don't even remember building on this coal, but apparently we have. I'm going to take a sip of my drink while these bots catch up. Have a quick check on... yeah, I've probably got this round the wrong way because I was probably going to use this as the secondary coal coming up here maybe. And so it's round the wrong way, so we'll just flick it around and have it come over here. I think that's the plan. It's my plan anyway. And I didn't get to check on that science. I can see this is definitely slowed down quite a lot. Right, let's have a quick look. What's going on over here? We are missing rocket fuel from the looks of things. And that is because the rocket fuel train is attempting to load. And there's very little getting on board because we're jammed up on petroleum gas. To make plastic. We have no copper, which is of course actually coal, because the train that's copper, but of course it's really coal, has run out of fuel. Which it has done before, because they haven't done anything about fueling it up, which is very poor of me really, isn't it? Let's go and rescue the coal train. We can come back to this. Of course, I've totally lost how long I've spent on this. Oh dear. Oops. That's probably not where we want to be. All my bots have gone somewhere. $140 fuel, that's not so good. It's enough to put like 10 in each carriage though. That would be a good start. by good start I mean it would be at least a start, not necessarily all that good. I've probably hopelessly lost all of these bots by doing that, forgetting I'd sent them on their way. Here we go. Yeah, some of those are still a long way away. Alright. Maybe we'll get most of these bots back soon. How's coal? Coal is back. Oh, this plastic train needs reloading there as well. The important thing is that should have started this lot off, so there should be a little bit of rocket fuel coming out. There is not a huge amount, but it's a start. No, I don't want you doing that, guys. I want to save that rail for more important projects. So when you're all back on board, let's swap over the armour and get back to our excavations. Here we go, on board, and off we go. I don't know how far down I am. I really could do with like an XY coordinate system to get myself some sort of idea. No, we must be further down on that. Right. Yes, this is the coal that we were in the process of liberating. Yeah, and of course it's all kind of been mushed up. So let's just get rid of it all. And go up to this one, say. Where we can do something like that. You know what? There's a function that I noticed just before on F4. Allow increased zoom. Let's do that. Is that increased zoom on map mode, is it? I don't know what it does. Doesn't seem to do anything. certainly doesn't seem to allow me increased zoom here unless there's something fancy you're supposed to do, so I guess we keep using Infinity Zoom for now. It's basically what I wanted to do. Did I? Yes, just over there. So I guess the idea is if we have, we don't. If we had extra of these things, we could have placed them where the other boxes were, but we don't seem to, so it's not really worth worrying about it too much. But we can have this coal mine. And the idea is, well, the idea actually is to duplicate this as well. That's a double stack, isn't it? Something like that. Then let's get out of this guy because he's not really helping me much. Go to Infinity Zoom. So I guess I'm after something a little bit like that. Yeah, some of those rail alignments are not exactly where I'd like them. In fact, all in all, that is awful. What do I need that for? I need it for the batteries, don't I? Mind you, it's only to there, and then we can start coming down. And this one could be anywhere, so actually that's not terrible. I just wanted to get that there so that I knew what sort of space I was playing with for coal. I should really get my plane, I suppose. Make a long straight bit that the bots can just put down. help. Where is my plane? Oh, way over here. Okay. Grab the plane, which I can't see because it's in the middle of this diagram. And yes, I almost put those on top of each other, but at the last minute I did manage to avoid that. Okay. What I want to do is come up to here, jump out, swap bots over again, jump back in, place incredibly long straight section, and again. Go. I thought, can I not? There's still a tree right there. Go. And as far as the other direction goes, like the return, if you like. Wow. This is where I'm not sure exactly how far I need to come. Because ideally we will not overshoot by that sort of ridiculous amount. We will instead go in somewhere about there. Come up to here. I'm trying to get out of you, not into you. Oh, bot. Runaway bot. And a few more. So what I'm going to do, I think we're definitely out of time. I've gone way over time, I'm pretty sure. What I'm going to do is I will finish connecting this up, turn this into the coal for this coal train. Then I will create a coal stop down here. Not sure which one. We might just use that to start with, and have this one circle round to it. So that will get the plastic up and running, which I guess is our objective. You are on auto. You can't go anywhere, that's the problem. So you're trying to go to yellow coal 1, so that's what we need to set this station to. You need to be yellow coal 1. No trains with that, probably because I gave yellow a capital or something. Yeah, capital yellow, capital coal. Yellow coal 1. There we go. And a train that can't reach it, to be expected. But guys, I think we need to call a halt here. And yeah, I'll do some of that off screen to make it happen. See you next time, guys. Bye bye for now.